Thank you so much, Chairman Johnson and Ranking Member Lucas. Thank you all for having this. It's a little bit weird sitting on this side of this side of the aisle, but thank you for doing it, for having this. I have a special heart for veterans. I'm like many of you. You have a lot of veterans serving in the individual districts, so it's my honor to be able to present what I think is a great bill that that can be bipartisan and one that benefits all. My bill is H.R. 617, the Department of Energy Veterans Health Initiative Act. This legislation authorizes a partnership between the Department of Energy and the VA in order to facilitate research on high-priority health care needs of the VA, further research on artificial intelligence, and to advance our nation's big data science. And I might add that this was requested by both the VA and the Department of Energy. The VA is good on a lot of things, but what the VA is lacking is the ability to have information stored. They don't have the computers to do it, and that's why the DOE has that, and both of them requested it. I introduced this bill last Congress and was thrilled to see it pass the House unanimously. I was proud to reintroduce the bill again this Congress and was glad to see that it retained bipartisan support. I'm grateful to the many members of this committee who co-sponsored this legislation, including the continued support from Ranking Member Lucas and my friends across the aisle, Mr. Lipinski. Even more encouraging for our nation's veterans is that Senator Ernst introduced a bipartisan Senate companion to my bill. Under the VA Voluntary Data Collection Program, the Million Veterans Program, the VA has collected detailed health information and genomic data volunteered by over 600,000 veterans. They volunteered this information. However, the interagency partnership authorized by my bill is necessary to analyze this data and ultimately provide better care for our nation's veterans. The DOE has the capability to securely store and analyze this data based on its robust research in computational sciences and data analytics. In addition, the DOE national labs have 6 of the world's top 10 fastest supercomputers, which I did not realize until I started doing this, which includes having the world's fastest supercomputer. If we're able to sign this legislation into law, then supercomputers would be used to analyze VA health data and look for patterns that will help improve the medical treatments for our heart disease, traumatic brain injury, and cancer. While this alone should warrant consideration of the bill, because we should be taking any steps possible to improve the medical care of our men and women who answered the call to serve and were willing to make the ultimate sacrifice. This partnership would also benefit the DOE. Analyzing the complex health data will allow our scientists to remain leaders in advanced computing and allow for the development of computing tools necessary to address big data in the future. This legislation also includes a critical pilot program to help the DOE develop infrastructure to support other interagency partnerships, allowing the department to help other federal agencies to tackle similar problems. Chairwoman Johnson, I urge you to rise to the occasion and make the needs of our veterans and the potential to improve their medical care a top priority, which I know is the case. With the passage of this bill, we'll be able to show the country that regardless of our differences, there's still common ground, and providing better care for our veterans is a place we can come together and agree, because the men and women of our armed forces keep us all safe regardless of our political party. By supporting this bipartisan legislation, we are showing our veterans and the nation that we can work together for the greater good. I encourage my colleagues to support this bill. It's a bill that promises to improve our veterans' ability to access better health care services and challenge our scientists so that they can remain the world's leader